What is cracking my developmental reading class now? I understand that we were supposed to do a PowerPoint for the chapter we were going to do, but I had to switch it up, and because I'm rebellious, I wanted to do something else, and I wanted to do something that was going to blow your mind for chapter 1. So, coming from this book, we have The Effective Reader, and I'm going to make a video about what chapter 1 is. The video is going to be, let's go to the first chapter. A reading system for effective readers. Now, before we start anything, we know that reading is a process. Reading takes specific steps and things that you need to do before you get it down pat, and you can read effectively and you can comprehend and use prior knowledge of things. And what comprehension is, it's to comprehend. Let's break that down. What does it mean to comprehend? To comprehend means to understand. So basically what I'm saying is, if you got a stove and you touch your hand and you touch the stove and it's hot and it burns your hand, of course you're going to tell yourself, oh, that's hot. So you're comprehending, and your mind is understanding that that stove is hot. So that means for you not to touch it without protective gear over your hands. That's comprehending, that's understanding. The more you go through life, the more you start to comprehend things, and you start to know what to do and what not to do. Now, when you comprehend things, they go in the back of your mind, and to regurgitate them up and to act upon them and remember things is called prior knowledge. Prior knowledge is basically background knowledge that you have that you regurgitate or pull up from the back of your mind. So, comprehension means to understand information. So if you're understanding information, then you're not just doing this to a bug. You looking and you saying, okay, when you value and verify facts, you're learning from the text. You breaking that sentence down and you understanding what the sentence is saying to you. Now, let's go on with the lesson. Now, we have 3 steps in reading. We have before reading, we have during reading, and we have after reading. Now, I got my handy dandy notebook for this one. Now, before reading, you look over and you preview the material, and you basically work upon your prior knowledge, which is regurgitating what you already know. What do you already know about the text you're reading? What do you already know about the passage that you're going to read? What can you learn from it? So you ask the 5 W's. Who, what, when, where, why, how. Well, yeah. How was the 6th one. But you ask the 5 W's. Who, what, when, where, why. And then after that, that's when you ask how, too. That's the 6th one for you. That's the 5 W's and the H. But, yeah. That's what you do. You also skim when you're in the first process of before reading. Skim basically means to look over the passage and understand, like, just get a basis of what you're going to read. Like, if somebody told you to skim this and give me a summary of what you just skimmed, what you're going to do is you're just going to read the main points. You're going to read the italicized words. You're going to read the bold-faced words. You're going to read the words that come up more than once in the passage, so you know what you're reading. You know what to comprehend, and you know what's the word? You know what you're going to get out of the story. You know what you're going to get out of the passage. You know how to answer the questions as well. During reading, you basically annotate. And for the retarded people in the class who don't know what annotate means, annotate basically means to take something and put it in your own words. And put it in your own words means, like, let's say Jack and Jill were infatuated with each other and dreamed about having babies together. So, you think they were infatuated with each other and dreamed about having babies together. So, if Jack and Jill are infatuated with each other, Jack is a boy, Jill is a girl, then you're going to think, Jack is in love with Jill. So you're going to take infatuated and you're going to put love in there, but you're going to take that to the side and you're going to put that on the side text. Infatuation means love. So you understand the word and you can break it down, and instead of using love all the time, you can say, baby, I'm infatuated with you. You know, don't that sound more sophisticated, more high tech? Come on now, tell me something. But you also reread things you don't understand. Don't be afraid to reread things, because, I mean, if you don't reread something that you haven't comprehend, you're not going to understand the question that's coming to you and the questions that come after what you read. So make sure you reread something you don't understand. Also, you need to underline key terms. Basically what that means is, if you have a passage that just explains to you what antonyms and synonyms mean, you want to underline and highlight the important things. You know, don't highlight and underline the whole thing, because that's just gonna make it look you know, your notes gonna be all crappy and crap. But you know, just underline what you think is important, what you think you need to understand, and what you think you need to remember and regurgitate for that lesson. Also, we have after reading, which you recite and review. You recall on key items and you think, what did I remember from this passage? What was the purpose of this passage? What was the author's purpose? What was the author's tone? You also remember, what can you summarize about the passage? And we have this real cool thing called SQ3R. Basically what that means is survey, question, read, recite, review. I'm going to say that again. Say it with me, alright? Survey, question, read, recite, review. What are the 3 R's? Read, recite, review. Now, I think I'm about done with the lesson now. But let's go back on it. What is comprehension? Comprehension is understanding information that is brought to you, and not just looking at a text and just saying, oh, I get it. When you comprehend something, you're critical thinking and you're breaking it down in your brain. What does prior knowledge mean? Come on now. Alright, what prior knowledge means, you're basically regurgitating up what you know from past experiences, past readings, and everything else. Okay, what is skimming? Skimming is basically what you do when you're looking over a text real fast. I mean, you're just zooming through it with your eyes like. Now, what are the 3 things, the 3 processes of reading? Come on now, I know y'all not retarded. Come on now, tell me something. I'll give you a hint. Before. Okay, there you go. Before reading. What's the next one? During reading. Alright? And the last one is what? After reading? Correct, you are. Well, what does SQ3R mean? Question. Come on. Come on now, tell me something. Is it skim, survey, study, survey? What are the 3 R's? Come on now. Don't let this lesson go in vain, because I'm trying to get A. Read, recite, review. SQ3R. Question, survey, read, recite, review. Now, I think you have an understanding of chapter 1. I want to thank you for the time. And I am your REBELLIOUS. POET 2627. What's up? You can follow me on Twitter. My Twitter name is C baby. That's spelled C_BAYBEE_. Now, my YouTube page name is Rebellious Poet 2627. Follow me, subscribe, love me. Alright, deuces.